Hello. Hey, what's up? It's Frank here from Data Driven. And of course, my dogs have to pipe their opinion in here and announce themselves because that's just how I roll. My name is Frank Lavinia, and you can catch me at franksworld.com, datadriven.tv, and my latest podcast, impactquantum.com. Let me get that microphone a little closer to me. Just want to say thank you to everyone for right now. I'm live streaming across Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, and of course, my personal favorite, LinkedIn Live. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has given me birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Really means a lot. I've been going through LinkedIn and trying to respond to everyone. I've over 12,000 connections there, so if I haven't gotten to you, don't take it personally. I swear, until I hit the live feed, he was super quiet. So apparently there must be a deer or something like that running through the backyard. But that is life with dogs. I got my free coffee at Starbucks today, and I even had to go to the DMV today. And fortunately, I got there early enough. It was only a 15-minute experience. And yeah. And of course, he's going to continue barking. But if you follow me on Instagram, and my Instagram, I should probably update this graphic here. It's Frank. I changed it to Frank Diggs Data on both Twitter and Instagram, just to have a little more consistency in terms of branding. Trying to be a little more disciplined to that. Hey, Robin. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, he's my co-host. Usually I have the AI voice bot that does that for me. But no, I have a canine co-host today. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love my dogs. So if you've been following me on Instagram, you may have noticed that I haven't posted the number of days that I have been, here we go. I haven't been posted the number of days I've been working on getting a learning streak on Pluralsight. And that's because starting Saturday, these numbers haven't updated. So even though I watched a considerable amount of time Saturday, I watched maybe 45 minutes. And yesterday I watched a few minutes. I don't know what's going on there. I was hoping to get to 365 straight days. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. I think this was a data load problem. And I don't know. I don't think they've intentionally done me dirty, but my original goal was to get to 100 days. So I am 21% above that. So you know what? Even if this, I actually did watch a few minutes this morning, and it's weird because if I go to the home page, it will tell me that I did watch 2 minutes this week, and this week started today. I actually was watching on my phone at the DMV, and then they called me. So, all things considered, not really like a big deal. But I was hoping to get to 365 days. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there had some, it's probably not a coincidence that it was over the weekend, that there was some kind of data load problem. But, I achieved my original goal. My stretch goal was 365 days. But you know what? I'm still learning, right? I have plenty of, if you look at my training folder here, I don't think there's anything private in here. I got plenty of stuff in there to keep me busy. I have enough Udemy classes to keep me busy. So in some ways, this is kind of a mixed blessing. I wasn't going to break it. Turns out their back-end system is what broke it. But it is what it is. Now I can kind of start using the other training classes that I bought. Hey, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you, LinkedIn user. I think I know who you are. But thank you for the birthday wishes. I think this time I'm actually streaming on my my personal Facebook page as well. Usually I don't stream there because I don't want to annoy people with kind of the super nerdy stuff I talk about. But today's my birthday, so I guess I'm allowed some indulgence there. So this number hasn't budged either. So this should be closer to 70 hours. So I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully they haven't done me dirty. I'm still going to consume their content. This is one of the perks I have from my job. I get a lot out of this. At my review like a week and a half ago, I was like, um, I want it to be known that I use this resource. This is a key resource for me to learn, for me to transition from kind of the AI engineer into more of a data engineer, and this has been immensely helpful with that. In fact, if you go back, I think November, 12 hours. I think it was like, can I go back? I mean, look at May. May was 11 hours. Okay, so November was my record-breaking hour. But you know what? There's plenty of resources to learn the online these days. There's just no excuse to no excuse to do that. I've actually, if you can see, I've been skilling up on Algorithmics, which is, I guess, it's not a band from the 80s. I've also been working on some After Effects stuff, Azure and AWS stuff for some compete scenarios. So, and he's barking again. All right, thank you, other LinkedIn user, for the happy birthday wishes. Thank you, thank you. I love Restream, but every once in a while there's some glitches. I know Andy's had some problems with them, and he's worked out how to solve that. But hey, John, how's it going? Yes, thank you, John, for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. If you all got to check out John's YouTube channel. Really great stuff around machine learning and ML.net. Really great stuff. John and I used to work together at Wintellect, so that was those were good times. Trying to get the CUDA drivers installed on my Surface Book 1, which apparently, since that was, even though it was technically NVIDIA hardware, let's just say the driver story wasn't there. So I remember blowing up that machine at the team offsite in was it Jacksonville? We were all crammed around the table, like, why isn't this working? But I remember that. So thank you, John. But yeah, so hopefully you're off to a good week. Birthdays are a great time to review your goals. I've been a little bit slack. I used to do the whole Grant Cardone thing, look at my goals first thing in the morning, first thing at night. Last thing at night, first thing in the morning. I haven't done that as much, probably 5 out of 7 days, but today is a good opportunity to rectify that. So once this live stream ends, I'm going to do that. And just want to thank everyone personally for the birthday wishes. Have my coffee. I'm definitely excited about that. Also, I know Andy gave me some shout outs on his daily live feed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I somehow survived another trip around the sun. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you. If you've not followed kind of what I've been doing with the podcast, we have a new episode out. Let's see. Datadriven.tv. You can go to Spotify and check it out. You also notice we've gotten better at the branding story. And if you hear a dog in the background, I guess that's just the new normal. But this was a great talk. We had a couple of great speakers lately. We had Dan Burkhaw a few weeks ago. And last week we had Peter Voss on AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. Really awesome stuff. We had a great conversation with these two. And if you got a really catchy eye, you'll notice that I've been getting a lot better with the branding in terms of making things consistent. Yep, working on that. So this is from John. Yeah, that was a really great talk with Peter. Peter is a true Renaissance man. I mean, he studied philosophy. So I think first he was he exited one startup he founded, and he spent like 4 years studying philosophy. I'm going to say it wrong, but basically the study of knowledge, like what is knowledge, cognitive psychology, and he was really, I mean, that was a fascinating talk. I I went to Fordham University, Jesuit school. So even though I have an engineering degree, a computer science degree, uh, I had to take a lot of theology and philosophy, which at the time honestly seemed like a colossal waste of time. But as I've gotten older, I find that it has enriched my life. So, you know, that was pretty cool. Plus, you can't argue with a school that's like, across the street from a White Castle, right? 24 hours a day, awesome pizza too. My wife asked me like, "Hey, what do you want to do for your birthday?" And I'm like, honestly, I want to go to White Castle, even though it's not keto. I know, but fortunately, I'm like not maybe 300 miles, but I'm a good 3 hours, 2 3 hours away from the nearest Le Chateau Blanc, as we used to call it. But yeah, so also I have Clubhouse invites if you're interested. Clubhouse so far has been pretty cool. I've been trying to engage more there. I'm hoping to be granted the beta access to be able to create a room about AI and analytics. But I've really, really heard a lot of inspiring stories. Noel Silver, who's a former Microsoft person who we really should get on the show, Data Driven, to talk about kind of what her work in the voice world. She has a club there, and it's pretty cool. It talks about getting into technology and things like that, and people share their stories. Pretty awesome. There's a lot of good entrepreneurial content, and again, like any social network, it's all about what you subscribe to. So I want to learn. I speak German, so I want to practice my German. So there's like a German one. It's really cool. It really fills that kind of need for conversation, if you will, that you would get kind of in person kind of networking business events. I mean, it's been a year now since I traveled on an airplane to attend a major conference. And in some ways I miss it, and some ways I don't. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this is the world we live in. I really do wonder, though. How will the conference industry return from this? I think that there's, I don't know. I think a hybrid model is probably where things are going to end up. There'll be a small bunch of people, at least for the next 4 or 5 years, because it's going to take a while before people are comfortable sitting in an airplane again. I have a colleague that calls airplanes death tubes, and elevators death cubes. Um, I think back to my grandmother, who did grow up during the 1918 pandemic in Europe, and she was very germ conscious for the rest of her life. And I wonder, how we're going to do that with the kids. And where I live in Maryland, there's a lot of drama about bringing the kids back to class. The teachers aren't going to be there. So there's going to be like 10 kids in a room with kind of not even a paraeducator, just somebody to just be a hall monitor, which I have mixed feelings about, because it's maximum exposure to the germs and minimum kind of return on the risk. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have a better solution. I can tell you as a parent, I'm like, this is really the best thing you can come up with. Let's hope that the vaccine comes and we get that herd immunity sooner. Probably this summer. Pandemics tend to take 2 or 3 winters to sometimes 3 winters to sort themselves out. But so I got my free coffee from Starbucks, which apparently I didn't know they used to do it, but then they started up again. So thank you, Starbucks. Thank you. Got my free coffee today. Enjoying that. And yeah, so definitely check out the podcast. I do have a book review I'm meaning to do. Maybe I'll hop on a stream later. My boy Andy, my brother from another mother, Andy Leonard, who is a co-host on the show. He did like 3 live streams on Friday, which, kudos to him, man. Because I mean, think about it. There's really no limit, as long as you have something interesting to say. There's nothing you can, you can't beat that. So let's go here. So here's kind of the commercials. This is the Datalorian t-shirt. Here's a store that we have. We sell t-shirts. Help support the show. And did you know you can get a free audiobook? I love myself some audiobooks. I listen to Probably 40 books last year. Read a total of like 63 books. I'm slacking this week though. I need to finish a couple. So if you go to this site, thedatadrivenbook.com, you can go and get one free audiobook and on us basically. And what's the catch? Well, there is no catch. The catch is, if you decide to get a subscription, then Data Driven will get kind of a kickback. Helps support the show. Helps us support some of the projects we got in the works, like Project Ringgate, maybe another virtual summit, that sort of thing. Who knows? We'll see. So with that, I'm going to get myself some hydration and enjoy the rest of my day, And if you work at Pluralsight or know anyone who works at Pluralsight, it would be super awesome if you can figure out what happened with my usage data on the February 5th and the 6th. Wait, 6th and the 7th. Otherwise, you know what? I'm just going to go on with my life. I achieved my first goal. I will maybe put in a support ticket. These are, let's be real. These are vanity metrics, right? I posted it on Instagram to keep myself accountable. I wanted to get to 100 days. I did 100 days. I did 121 days, which for math nerds in the audience, that's 11 squared. I don't know what that means, but hey, it means something to somebody. And so with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I will endeavor to get reply to each and every one of them. Just might need a little bit of patience. So with that, I want to say thank you. Have a great day. Have a great Monday. And if you're in DC Metro, I think it's going to snow again on Thursday. So I'm definitely looking forward to some sledding with the kids again. So thank you. And with that, I'm going to end the live stream. Have a fantastic day.